there's a purpose that somebody would tell somebody, right? When somebody is telling somebody, that means they need the approval, they need the attention, they need somebody they need something out of that action. If not, there would be no purpose. Because if someone goes, hey, I'm not drinking anymore, okay, what did that have to do with me, right? What's the purpose? Like, what was there was no particular need besides the fact of, hey, be proud of me, hey, I want some attention, hey, praise me. So the need for that, when someone is doing that action, they're basically now conscious of themselves needing it. And so they're basically saying indirectly, hey, I need the support right now because I don't know if I can continue without it. Hey, I really need that extra little boost right now because I don't feel like I can stick to it. But if we don't need it, there's no purpose to say it. That's why when someone has to announce something, they're in the conscious state of some type of lack most of the time. A lot of times, if we are confident about something, there's nothing needed to be said. Because if we need to say it, then that basically means we're not confident of it. If we are confident of it, what is the point in saying it? Most of the time we say things, but there's no actual need besides the fact that we just want someone to know. For what? You know, if there's no real purpose, if we really look at it before we say something, what is the real purpose? If we look at this, a lot of times we'll find, man, there was no point to say any of these things. It was just for conversation. All right, just for conversational purpose and nothing else. There's no other purpose for it. Okay. So then there's so many other things to talk about conversations. Why do we need to talk about certain things that allow us to, why will we talk about this thing? Because we can talk about a lot of things. Sometimes we'll talk about our belief. Hey, now I believe in this and I believe in this. Good, okay. But if we were to having to talk about it, number one is there is this unconscious state of needing approval, needing acceptance. Number two also is that we're now opening it up for challenge. Because what happens if somebody doesn't agree with it? And they go, that's weird. And now we just open ourselves up to have to go ahead and defend against our own position. So that's just something to be aware of. Sometimes, when we share, we can be aware of, like, especially on certain things, like a goal. Hey, I have this goal. If you share that goal, there might be this unconscious pressure now that you just put onto yourself. Now you just told everybody, and this pressure doesn't feel good, because it's much easier to do things when there's no pressure. Because now you just you feel better. You feel more relaxed when you're doing it. But now you just created the pressure by telling everybody, and now this extra pressure actually stops you from performing the way you want, lowers your performance. So just be aware when you're having goals, when you discover something, it's not just a normal conversation, it's just be aware of what it is that we're saying and find out, like, what is the real purpose of it, whether or not it's really needed. Sometimes it doesn't actually help to say a lot of these things.